Primary 6. How are you? I hope you're fine. Welcome to Young Learner, Unit 2, Emotions. Let's start with our conversation. It's between a pupil who wants to go out and his friend who doesn't want to go out. Let's read the conversation. Why don't you come to the park with us? I'm sorry, I can't. Why not? I'm busy. I have to do my homework. As we see in our conversation, we have to function. First, how to make suggestion. As we talked before, we have two ways for making suggestion. First, let's plus infinitive. So we can say, let's go to the park. Let's play football. The second way for making a suggestion is how about or what about plus verb ing or noun. So we can say, how about going to the cinema? What about the cinema? And here is a third way for making a suggestion. Why don't you? Or we can say, why don't we? For example, why don't you come to the park with us? Why don't you go to the cinema? Why don't we play football? And to accept the suggestion, we can say, good idea or sounds good. For refuse, we can say, I'm sorry, I can't. Or I'm sorry, I'm busy. The second function in our conversation is the question word why. It's used for asking about the reason. If you wanted to know the reason for anything, you have to use why. As here we said, why not? I'm busy, I have to do my homework. Now, here are some emotions. You have to repeat. Excited, excited, exciting, exciting. Bored, bored, boring, boring. Surprised, surprised, surprising, surprising. Tired, tired, tiring, tiring. Interested, interested, interesting, interesting. Disappointed, disappointed, disappointing, disappointing. Thrilled, thrilled, thrilling, thrilling. Confused, confused, confusing, confusing. Now let's move to our structure. It's about the adjectives, the emotions we talked about. And as you see, we have two kinds of adjective. Adjective plus ed and adjective plus ing. What's the difference between them? Let's see. First, the adjective plus ed. It describes persons. It describes persons. For example, he is excited. She is confused. She is confused. But the adjective plus ing describes things. So we can say the game is exciting. The game is exciting. The test is confusing. The test is confusing. Here are more examples. He's interested. He thinks the movie is interesting. As we see in the example, we describe him with interested, but we describe the movie with interesting. Another example, they are bored. They think the game is boring. And here we describe them with bored and describe the game with boring. So the adjective plus ed describe persons and adjective plus ing describe something. Now, let's move to another point. How to ask yes or no question about the adjective. We get is or are. We get is or are plus subject plus adjective. For example, is he interested? Yes, he is. He thinks the game is interesting. Another example, are they disappointed? No, they aren't. They think the game is disappointing. That's all for now. Thank you. I hope you understand well. Goodbye.